fullback with the first and goal. Kuhn gets the call. Pyle trying to make his way in for the touchdown. What a great second effort. Y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like that. I said so. I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. Wolfpack, what's going on? Week 11 is here. The march to the playoffs is getting closer. The competition's getting tighter. So you have to get your sit starts correct. And that's why, of course, we are here for your Week 11 fantasy tailgate, giving you all the news you need to know for about the first 20 or so minutes. And then it's on to your questions the rest of the show up until kickoff. There's a few ranking changes that might need to happen because we're still waiting on final word for Teddy Bridgewater. I know Sony Michel has just been deemed active, so we're going to have to adjust for that if needed and all some good stuff. We got all the news that we got to cover ready to go. How you doing this Sunday, Mr. CJ?
Not too bad. How about you?
Not bad, not bad. I feel pretty solid about my DFS lineups for the first time in a couple weeks. I think this one is going to be the real one, largely because we'll just dive into the biggest news. And I know you covered this despite hating this motherfucker. Taysom Hill. He's now starting and playing on all offensive packages. He has tight end eligibility. It sounds like it's a genuine, not going to be like a committee. It is Sean Payton saying, I just want to know what I have. So he's at this point officially endorsed it, officially confirmed it. I know a lot of people are like, do you think this is just a game plan? Like he's trying to get in the other team's heads. It seems like this is the real deal. I know you hate him as a player, but fantasy-wise, the rushing upside's off the chains, and he also gets Atlanta. So have you been able to – are you going to put your hate aside and get him in lineups? Are you still – like, what was your breakdown? Why don't you give us a quick summary of what you looked at?
Yeah, so, I mean, he hasn't had any throwing experience, really, since the preseason of last year. He has his, 20 career I think he has, 37 dropbacks and, 20 career pass attempts. So,
yeah, not much.
I mean, they kind of the guy's making, $15 million a year, which is insane in its own right. So, I mean, he kind of has to, at this point, he kind of has to, start him. And I mean, exactly. He has the perfect matchup today. He has the rushing upside, as you said, the Konami code, everything. So, I mean, I'm just one league. I'm basically out of it. I'm just gonna say fuck it and play him. But I mean, if you're fighting for a playoff spot, I probably wouldn't endorse it right now. But yeah,
I mean, it's tricky. It's real. I have him right around, I believe QB 12 is where he clocked in. So to me, he's in there for starting consideration for any teams that are lost without Breeze, that have the quarterback woes over Stafford, Tannehill. I love the top. I feel like the rushing upside creates a top 15 floor for this guy where he's going to hit 17 points on just running alone, in my opinion. So then if the passing matches up, and certainly there's no easier team to pass on than the Atlanta Falcons, I could see it being a real big day. So I'm not hesitating really to throw this guy into my lineups. Let us know if you have Taysom Hill questions here. I imagine the questions, though, will be only for quarterback Taysom Hill and not on ESPN where he's a tight end. That's the biggest cheat code we've ever seen in fantasy football.
So silly.
We had Jalen Samuels a couple years ago, and that was a running back, and it was still an enormous edge. Marquise Colston way back in the day for anybody that's old like me and has been playing forever. Those tight end cheat codes are enormous, but then get a quarterback that touches the ball every play that can run. I mean – it's the biggest edge you could possibly have. He's got to be your number one tight end if you can play him in your tight end spot for ESPN or other formats that allow that. So just make sure Taysom Hill's not sitting out there. Even if you're not starting him, I wouldn't want to be facing him this week because the upside is crazy. And on 4,800 on DraftKings, it's a must play, in my opinion. Now, Wolfpack, if you don't mind giving this a thumbs up, regardless of where you're at, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, anywhere you're at. The thumbs up, it means the world. It helps us get out to more people. And it looks good. It shows us the appreciation, and we appreciate you spending your Sunday mornings here. So toss in that thumbs up. We see we already got 30 questions in there. We've been hitting over 200 every single time, which I love. YouTube especially getting bigger and bigger. I love our original Facebook crew. Everybody out there, thank you so much. Give us those thumbs up, though. It means the world, helps us get out to more people, and it's so greatly appreciated by your good friends over here at RSJ. Deandre Swift, concussion. He's been ruled out at this point, which is just a fucking kick to the nuts after he finally looked like we were going to have, he's running back 4 in my rankings this week. Looked like we finally had him breaking out a rookie that was going to be stable besides, maybe James Robinson at this point. All these rookie running backs have been kind of all over the place. He played 71% of the snaps, 16 of the 20 carries, 25 fantasy points. The guy was a monster. And looked so good doing it. And then, of course, gets in custom practice or whatever the fuck happened. I have no idea even how or when this concussion happened. But now it's going to be the AP show. He's only 44% owned coming into today. And I would smash him right into my flex RB2 spots. If he's out there in your leagues, let me know. For the truly desperate, I've gotten some hideous questions today. Kerryon Johnson at 10% owned. Like, if you're forcing in, I don't know, James White or garbage at running back too, Kerryon Johnson, he's only 10% owned. You have a better shot at him. And I still think there's some upside there because of how bad Carolina's run D is. So check out your your Detroit running backs facing this easy Carolina matchup with Swift out. Also, both those backups 4K on DraftKings too. Great punt plays. They're right in my top. I think AP finished at right around 25 in my running back rankings. Whereas Kerryon Johnson, bottom 30 or so, but still a desperation play if you truly need it, because the matchup is just so juicy. That's also because Kenny Galladay's out. So they're probably going to try to ground and pound it as much as they can under Patricia. Marvin Jones target shower part 2. He had 10 of them last week, team high. And now Danny Amendola also out. So I think we get that again. He put up, some solid points, 96 yards, a touchdown, 8 catches last week, Marvin Jones, against a Washington team giving up the second lowest points to receivers. I'm into that. That was a tough matchup, and he showed up. The Panthers aren't an easy matchup, but we saw 3 receivers go crazy against him last week. Marvin Jones could have himself a big day. He's also only 5,500 on DraftKings, so interesting name to plug there. Joe Mixon also out, so 5,500. Giovanni Bernard on DraftKings, another 5,500 guy, and a guy I'd prefer even over Marvin Jones. Averages over 19 points with Mixon out of the lineup. It's also his birthday. We've seen some blow-up birthday days so far this year. I know it's a stupid narrative to base your lineup decisions on, but he should be in there anyways, just because the track record's there. Over 19 points again when Mixon misses games. And now Mixon's on the IR. What a fucking asshole. Do you even Mixon in any league, CJ?
No. I dodged that bullet, but I had Drake, Sanders, just a bunch of no one can stay healthy this year.
If you got pick 4 through 6 and ended up dodging Hilaire and get it, which we did not advise, unfortunately. But if you took Kamara, Cook, and Henry, that's really the only. Then Devontae Adams maybe at the end of the round. It's been an ugly first round. Mixon now in contention for bust of the year. He's going to be missing at least 3 weeks. Probably won't have him until week 14 at the earliest now. Gio Bernard, if you picked him up, he's going to potentially be the waiver wire pickup of the year. Again, a low-end running back one every time Mixon has missed time. And I expect that again today. Not a crazy hard matchup for him this week. We're still waiting news. One of the last guys that's no official word. I don't know. Have you seen anything this morning yet, CJ? The last I saw was he was warming up Teddy Bridgewater, but they were going to judge how he looks.
No, I haven't seen anything this morning.
So we will get official word. The only news that has emerged on the situation is PJ Walker would be the backup, XFL legend, 3 or more touchdowns in all his games, but 1 in the XFL. Now, of course, that's different than the NFL. So who knows what he would do? It obviously would be a downgrade to all their pass catchers. Who knows what the rapport is like? Yeah, he played at Temple with Matt Rule and Robbie Anderson. That does obviously not guarantee any type of NFL chemistry or rapport. So it would be a big hit to this offense should Teddy Bridge not play. But I also think the weapons are so good. I think Joe Brady's a monster that if Walker can even be serviceable, getting the ball to these guys and letting them do their thing after the catch, which is what Bridgewater has been doing all year. That's why he's been a good quarterback in fantasy. I wouldn't be shocked at 2 quarterback leagues when we got people asking about Joe Flacco. Go for freaking PJ Walker, Taysom Hill. Why is Flacco ever on someone's radar? Drew Lock at this point. I don't want any of those shit bums in my lineup. At least you get some excitement with PJ Walker. Could be horrible. Will Greer is rumored to be sitting right and ready if Walker falters, but I don't know. This is the last one, the last real domino to fall today. Pretty much all of the news is out, so we will be checking that. We've already got confirmed Calvin Ridley off the injury report. He's good to go. No Marshawn Lattimore for the Saints defense, which already wasn't a great defense. Certainly one of their better cover corners there. Will be big for Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, And just at DraftKings, that's the game I'm attacking. That's the stack and run it back. Taysom Hill, Kamara, get me some Ridley or Hurst or Julio. I love attacking that game. 49 over-under entering the day. I don't know if that's gone up or down yet. It shouldn't go down, certainly. But with a top defender out now, I already thought that was going for 50 or more. I feel even more confident with Marshawn Lattimore out that game will be smashing the over. It makes a great DFS stack all around. And as we said, Devontae Adams, good to go. He plays on a dome, averages 33.3 points per game in dome games, over 13 catches or more in 3 out of his 4 dome games this year. He's just an automatic monster. And a lot of people fading him because of the questionable tag entering the week because the Colts are a supposed vaunted defense. I'm all in. I love that he's going to be coming at a little bit lower ownership. He's usually right around like 25, 30. Should be about 15%, they're saying today. All day. I'm all about that. He's going to be the stud I'm smashing into my lineup along with Alvin Kamara. He's good to go. I'm going to be fading Dalvin Cook in DFS, obviously season long. He's my number 1 running back in the rankings for a reason, but for a contrarian play, I like going to Kamara for 200 more, 10% ownership compared to 40%, and could have just as good, if not better numbers as Dalvin Cook. It's a big risk to fade Dalvin Cook ever, especially against the Cowboys, but that is where I am leaning as a contrarian angle. Last 2 are kind of just all gross notes, but Sony Michel's annoyingly active. Like Harris, I still love. Could he eat into the Damian Harris role? Maybe. I don't know. It's so impossible. I know you're a Pats fan, CJ. It's impossible to ever get a read on this backfield. Do you think they'll actually give Sony Michel any type of work today?
I was actually just taking Harris out of my DFS lineup. As you were talking about that. I mean, I could see probably maybe like 10 carries or not even, maybe 8, I guess. But I don't know. It should still be the Damian Harris show, in my opinion. It is annoying, though. It's Belichick just being like, oh, I spent the fucking first round on this idiot, and I will look like a moron if I keep on IR.
Exactly. I wouldn't be shocked to see that. I hope to God not. Harris has really, shown well. I think he's got 300-yard games in 5 efforts so far this year. I mean, he rolls. He steamrolls. The only real risk with him is he gets taken out the goal line, and I don't know why.
And he runs so hard, he knocks himself out of the games.
Exactly. He's the perfect goal. I mean, Rex Burkhead's getting all the touchdowns, but that could flip. I'm not overly worried about Harris. I'm not bumping him down, crazy at this point. I do think, Sony might get some touches, but I think Belichick recognizes what he has. He's not trying to ruin this guy's confidence by forcing in gross-ass Sony Michel. So I'm not overly worried about Harris. Let us know if you got other options. Do I go this guy over Harris now with Michel back? But there's a good chance I'm going to say keep it with Harris. That Houston run D is among the worst in the league, the worst in terms of rushing yards allowed. It's bad. So I think Harris is still in a good spot. And then Stephon Gilmore returns. Who knows what that's going to end up meaning for this defense that's been significantly worse, significant setback. I mean, they lost a ton of their interior with the COVID opt-outs. But still, it's another big piece comes back. So that lessens the likelihood you get a shootout here today with a better piece. I could see Watson just kind of sucking. I don't know. I don't have much faith in Deshaun Watson. I've gotten some Taysom Hill versus Deshaun Watson questions.
Taysom Hill over him.
Yeah, so that's the exact question you had.
I'm out of the picture, so I don't really care. But
I can see it. I've considered bumping him. I haven't done it quite yet. I think I have Watson at 11 and Hill right there at 12. I mean, if I had those 2 options staring at me, I'd have a hard time not going Hill just for the freaking unknown fun factor. It's who knows what's going to happen today with Taysom Hill. I personally think it could be a blow up. I think the Falcons, even if he was, and he isn't probably that good, anybody can do it against the fucking Falcons. So I'm looking for Drew Lock put up 30 against the Falcons last 2 weeks ago and won people millions of dollars. Insane. I like Taysom Hill. I don't even know how we got to Taysom Hill off of that banner, but it's Taysom Hill week, folks. Irv Smith expected to play. All that really matters for is we recommended Rudolph as a streaming on the week 11 preview. I'm not touching this tight end committee once they're both on the field. That was with the assumption that Irv Smith would be out. I mean, maybe Rudolph pans out, but I certainly would not be trusting him at this point. I don't want anything to do with Irv at this point in my lineup. Jack Doyle, another gross tight end, going to be back. You hopefully weren't relying on the Colts tight ends anyways, but there's no shot at any type of this is going to be the guy this week type of thing when all 3 of them are active. It's hard enough when there's only 2. So I'm not into those guys. And last but not least, Jordan Howard is signed by the Eagles. He's not going to be active today because he still has to pass through all the physicals, all that stuff. But they did tweet out Doug Peterson saying there'll be more of a committee at running back, which is just hideous. The last thing Miles Sanders owners want to hear. And Miles Sanders hasn't really done anything other than get hurt to deserve this. Whenever he's on the field, he's been great. So this sucks. Hopefully that's not the actual case, but we shall see with that one. Oh, and Alan Lazard's going to be back. He might be on a pitch count, but with, last time he was out over 150 yards TD. He's been a top 25 receiver in 2 of the 3 active games he's had. I could see a Lazard solid, even on a pitch count. And I don't know that I buy the pitch count. That training staff is so cautious getting their players back on the lineup. They said, Aaron Jones is going to be on a pitch count, and on Thursday Night Football, he touched the ball like 25 times. So I'm not too worried. I could see myself forcing Alan Lazard in the lineups if you have an Alan Lazard question. All righty, folks, that wraps up 15 minutes. Pretty good burn there by us here, getting through all those notes. Let us know now. We got 56 so far in the mailbag. Again, thumbs up on YouTube, Periscope, that heart button, Facebook, our OGs. All those likes really help us get out there, mean the world. So thank you so much. If you're not opposed to giving us those thumbs up, please do and help us get discovered. And why would you be opposed? Help us get out there.
So Bridgewater is active. So.
He is officially active. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let me just double check real quick so I don't get penalized that I have him in my quarterbacks here. I know I have him in the Scott Fishbowl, so I will have to probably sign off just a second early to make sure I get – yep, I have Bridgewater. So he's my quarterback 15 right now, and I think that's about right. There is the risk he gets knocked out early, but still, I'm all about Teddy Bridge today. All righty, folks. Stephen Drakes kicks us off, as I think he always does.
Yep, he needs 2 and a flex full PPR. Hunt, Balazs, James Robinson, and Cup.
So we're benching just one of these guys, essentially, is what it sounds like. I think I would be benching Balazs. Cup gets Tampa Bay, and it's like they have a good defense, but honestly, I think they're getting exposed lately. I think they're a bit overrated, particularly in the secondary. I'd be benching Balazs here. I get the volume argument. I get the great offense argument, too. I mean, they've been taken off with Herbert, but it's still Balazs at the end of the day. Would you be benching Balazs out of these guys, CJ?
Yeah, I can't start him over Cup or any of these guys.
There's certainly a narrative to start him, but not when you have those other 3 options, Stephen Drakes.
Martin Broadhurst. Hey, man, you still feeling Rojo over Peterson in full PPR?
That's tough. That is tough. I think it's Rojo 23, Peterson 25. I think Peterson has the higher floor, though, Martin. I mean, the reason Rojo is higher is because we just saw a 98-yard touchdown run from the guy. That's tough to bench right now. You'd think Bruce Arians wakes up and just lights up the Rojo bell, but I don't know. I can't sit here and pretend like I have any confidence that happens. If the dude puts the ball on the ground, it's the last we see of him today. It's a risk. So if you want the safe play, it is Peterson. That run D is bad, but the ceiling play lies with Rojo. Most cases, I'm probably going to go Rojo. What's your thoughts on Peterson today with Swift out?
I can't stand him. And that offense is gross. Like, actually, Stafford has like that hand issue, so we'll give him a little bump. I mean, in this question, I'd go Rojo over Peterson.
Yeah, I think so too. Unless you just really need that safe option, because I think Peterson's good for 15 or so carries. Probably will find the end zone too. Stephanie Progan,
need a running back and a flex PPR. Duke, Gio, Ahmed, Lamb, Pittman.
Okay, so we need one. Gio's my favorite option out of these guys, and I'm not a Duke fan. I really am not. He's had his chances. He runs soft as hell. I'm not into it, and they don't throw their running backs. It's the one thing he does well. The Texans simply don't do. Whether it's a Watson thing, a play calling thing, I don't know, but it just doesn't happen. So I'm going to go Gio as the lock. I don't like Lamb with any quarterback there. I do like the way Pittman's trending, but Ahmed, 80% of the snaps and touches and just safer. I think I'm leaning Gio and Ahmed going the 2 running backs there. What do you think, CJ?
Yeah, I'm right in line with you there.
Good to see you.
Happy, my boys. Happy Sunday. Taylor Malone, Kareem Hunt, CEH, Gio, have to bench one.
I would. Oh, that's tricky. Man, that's some good options there. I feel like I'd probably bench. I mean, I love Gio today, but Hilaire might. That's tough because Hilaire gets the Raiders too. A really easy matchup. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get like a 2-touchdown big day. You get him at Sunday night as well, so your hope extends. I feel like I go Hunt and CEH, and I bench Gio. What are your thoughts, CJ?
Yeah, that's tough. I'm even thinking of maybe benching Hunt here.
Yeah, the committee, the second part of a committee.
Yeah.
But I feel like every game with Chubb, he's been a monster still. Like his game's been better with Chubb for whatever reason, with the defense being battered, whatever the reasoning might be. I'm benching Gio, but that's, he's surer thing than probably either of these guys. Just, I don't know. I prefer the ceiling, I think, of the other two.
Giuseppe, Tannehill or Taysom Hill? Our first Taysom Hill question.
I'm going Taysom Hill. Yep. Quarterback 12. I don't like the Baltimore matchup for Tannehill. Love the upside of Taysom today.
Kevin Ford, Mike Williams, and Marvin Jones. Full PPR.
I got to go Marvin Jones, Kevin. With Golladay out, I think we're going to get another, 8 to 10 target day, another big blow up. If he did what he did against the Redskins, I think he can totally do that again today.
Steph Croggan, Guillotine League. I don't know what that means.
I think it's like, correct us if I'm wrong, Steph. Is it when like the lowest scoring team gets cut out? I think like the lowest scoring team gets cut out of the league every week until there's just one person standing. It's intense. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Full PPR, have Kamara and Michael Thomas. Would you flex Deontay or Justin Jefferson over Thomas?
I think I would do either, especially in a guillotine where it's like points are at a premium. It's not just about winning. It's about just not being last. If that's exactly what a guillotine league is. Correct me if we're wrong, Steph. But I would want the safer points. And to me, as long as Deontay Johnson doesn't get hurt, he's as safe as can be. Now, we've already had a couple games where everybody loves him. He's in and he gets hurt the first drive. Could that happen? Yes, and that would blow. But to me, Deontay against the Jags is a no-brainer. And I love Justin Jefferson, too, against Dallas. I have both those guys above Michael Thomas. I feel like Jefferson might be the safest of all of these guys, but I personally have Deontay the highest. I like Deontay the most. And as long as he's healthy, he's the safest. So I'm going Deontay. Who's your call here, Steph? CJ.
That's tough. I'm definitely sitting Michael Thomas here, which is funny to say, but I love Jefferson this week, so I think I would roll with him. He has so much upside this week.
Yeah, either one, Steph, over Michael Thomas, in our opinion. Just with Taysom Hill, it's a big risk, and Thomas hasn't even done anything yet. So yeah, I'm for that benching.
Well, DeGear, good morning. This is the week I get to show my wife exactly who wears the pants in this house. Sit one, full PPR, Gurley, Zeke, Harris, Claypool.
We'll see how the pants wearing goes. My money's still on Katie on that one, Bill. But I'm gonna go. That's tricky. Apparently, Jay Glazer just tweeted out Teddy Bridgewater's not playing. I don't know. We're gonna want to check that out, CJ. See if what Glazer.
Schefter tweeted that he was.
Yeah. Battle of Glazer versus Schefter. So I'll address Mr. Jagier and his pants wearing here. I want to figure out if there's something different about Bridgewater going on. I have no clue. Sit one, Gurley, Zeke, Harris, Claypool. That's tough. To me, it's not Claypool. He's the lock in this one, Billy Jiggs. I still like Harris despite Sony being active. And then Gurley is like, it's never pretty, but a good bet for the end zone where in a game where I don't think either offense is going to have much trouble moving the ball. I like Gurley. I'm really down on Zeke. I do not believe this is the week like Zeke rebounds or comes back or anything of that nature. So I'm benching Zeke. I think of these options. I don't know. It's not easy though. Who would you bench, CJ, from these guys?
Actually, when I was just checking Twitter, I just saw Mike Reese just said Damian Harris RB1. So that was his tweet.
Okay, confirmed. Jigs.
Yeah, I think I hate benching Zeke, but I feel like I kind of have to.
I know. I have Gurley 17, Zeke 20, so it's close. And I have Harris at 16. Maybe a little bit lower with Sony, but I'm going to keep him at 16. I like him at 16, even with Sony. So yeah, Zeke's finding the bench for me.
All right, so Schefter is now saying PJ Walker will start.
Who will?
PJ Walker will start for Carolina, so Schefter.
Jeez. All righty. So I got to make a quick adjustment in the rankings, Wolfpack. I will do that later after the show, but I will probably have to sign off just a little early today in order to make sure my rankings are ready. Number 5 in Fantasy Pros right now. I do not want to give up that turf by having a guy that's inactive in my rankings. Let me just X out of Bridgewater. And if you need PJ Walker, I'm going to toss him in here PJ Walker, Philip Walker. I didn't even know his name was Philip. Philip Walker is coming into the rankings, folks. And he's going to slide in. I think the weapons are there. Detroit's not that scary of a matchup. If Taysom Hill wasn't starting at 4,800, I would have liked PJ Walker a lot on DraftKings. I'm going to have him slide in right around Dalton. I mean, again, it's PJ Walker. I think Dalton could do some things against Minnesota, that awful secondary today. And the coverage screens they won around just horrendous. So I go PJ Walker right at 22, above Kirk Cousins, Rivers, Mayfield. Like I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna roll the dice on sexy PJ Walker, XFL legend. Could be a huge mistake, but that's where I'm going for anyone that needs him.
Dave Campanelli, standard with bonuses, running back pick 2, Davis, Duke, Hines, Taylor, Gio.
It's a Colts
Davis,
nightmare.
Gio,
yeah, Davis and Gio. Avoid that Colts nightmare. You know I don't like Duke. He runs like a little bitch. Yeah, Davis and Gio. If I had to go a Colts guy, I would be going Hines today. I'm actually pretty high on Hines myself. They talk about a hot hand approach. Well, he has to have a hot hand at this point, right? After last week and Green Bay, if they get up early, like that script should favor Hines. I don't mind Hines at all, but still, I'm going Davis and Gio here.
Mars, sit 1, standard, Duke, Burkhead, Cooks, Chark.
Sit one? Does not even start one from these options? That's not good. I feel like, Burkhead's been hot, but I probably would bench him. It just, you never know what they're doing now. Sony's active. I'm going to probably bench Burkhead. What do you think, Siege?
Yeah, that back, especially with Michelle active, it's just that's a tough situation. I think I'd sit Burkhead there.
Yes.
Giuseppe, bench 1, Rager, Crowder, Myers, DJ Moore.
Oh man, I like Crowder and Myers in, and I feel like with PJ Walker, it's just such an unknown who he's gonna go to, who he's gonna prefer. It could be Moore, and if that's the report, then damn, he's gonna blow up. I don't know that I buy that. So I think with the uncertainty, I'm gonna actually jump into my wide receivers here because this is making me think I gotta bump down some of these Panthers guys. I think I benched DJ Moore with the uncertainty of what is PJ Walker going to be today. Detroit's defense ends up getting a little bit of a bump up, I'd say. I don't know. Maybe Rager, though. Like, he hasn't done anything. This is tough. Who are you benching here, CJ?
Yeah, I feel like backups always come in and they do lock on to like one guy that they love. So right. It could be more, but I'm not going to roll the dice there.
It's a tricky dice roll. Like if it's more, then damn, he blows up. I'm looking at my rankings. I'm like, do I really put more below Rager over here? Like, I don't know. I like Rager. Maybe this is the Rager blow up week too. Cleveland certainly gives up the big plays. I'm not. I think I'm bumping down DJ Moore. Maybe I'm overreacting to this news. I'm going to bump down Robbie A quite a bit here. I hope, again, I'm not overreacting, but it's PJ Walker. There's no guarantees. I hope he does what he did with XFL, but that's kind of wishes and dreams there. All righty.
Campanelli, standard with bonuses, pick 2, Julio, Cup, Juju, Judy.
Julio's locked in there. Julio and Juju, personally. I like Cup as well, but I don't. Judy's the worst of these three. I think he'll get Xavier Howard, and that could swallow him up today. I go Julio, Juju. The 3 Steelers, it seems like a nightmare, but like all 3 are getting it done. So I'd have a hard time benching those guys against the Jags. Give me Julio, give me Juju. Do you agree with that, or do you put Cup above Juju?
No, I like the Steelers a lot today. I'm going Juju there.
Yeah, I have Juju 16, Cup 20. So that's where I'm laying.
J Mars, half PPR, start 2, Hunt, Ahmed, Duke.
I got to bench Duke here. I hate Duke. I think he runs like a bitch. I think he plays like a bitch. I'm not into him. He might be the snap leader by 90%, but still not there. Folks, if you don't mind, as we approach 11:45 here, giving that thumbs up button as we keep rifling through all your questions. It helps us get out there more. It's just great stuff. It sends it out to more people, and we can get more questions answered on this Sunday. So give it a heart, give it a thumbs up button. And get the support for the boys here. We greatly appreciate it.
Actually, then I just saw another tweet that there's no Sony Michel again.
Wait, there's no Sony Michel?
That's what someone just tweeted that. I need to get a better source.
So yeah, we'll keep tracking the Sony Bridgewater fiascos today.
Everyone's all over the place right now.
Absolutely.
1 sec. I'm gonna check the papers.
I'll hit Seamus here while you're checking out Sony. Hey boys, hey, the best Seamus. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Feeling good about today. I'm glad you are. The blonde hair has him feeling ripe. I love it. How great is it that the flamboyant blonde dance teacher is kicking ass this season once again? It's the best. It's the fucking best. The original OG superfan here. Thanks for the help, RSJ. There's no one better. Cheers. Not even a question today. Seamus just giving the boys some love. Well, we love you back, Seamus.
Yeah,
good luck today.
Sony is out today.
Sony is officially out. Okay. Yeah. So there's another adjustment I have to make while we're live on the show in the rankings. So Harris, even better for you, Billy Jiggs, and anybody else having Harris. He is not going to be playing. I don't believe Michelle. Yep, cutting him from the rankings. All righty. So Harris, that much stronger of a play today with no Sony Michel concerns.
J Mars, start 1 half PPR, Godwin, Cup, Marvin Jones.
You're only picking one of these guys. Damn, that's tough. Probably lean Cup here against Tampa Bay. I think I'm going Cup. I don't love any of that, though. Do you have a strong leaning to any of these guys, CJ?
No, Godwin, that finger is disgusting. I don't really trust him. Cup, tough matchup kind of, and then Marvin Jones. I think I'd honestly go Marvin Jones here.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Tough one, J Mars, tough one.
Campanelli, full PPR, running back, pick 2, Miles Sanders, Robinson, Zeke, maybe? Rojo, Hunt.
I go Sanders and J-Rob, I think, here. Great options. Zeke and Rojo are not on my radar there. Hunt, I love, but if it's a committee guy versus 2 featured backs, I'll take the 2 featured backs, all things considered.
Giuseppe, pick 2, Claypool, Woods, Evans, Fulgham, Cooks, Gurley.
I'm going to go Claypool and Gurley over Woods. That's tough. It's PPR. Woods has been disappointing, though, and that's a decent defense. I think I'm going to go Claypool Gurley here. Do you agree with that, or would you go one of the receivers over Gurley?
I don't know. I do like Fulgham today. Evans always seems kind of like a lock for a touchdown. He's like their goal line back, basically.
Six targets and 6 touchdowns at the goal line. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think I would go Claypool Evans.
Claypool Evans for CJ. I'm going Claypool Gurley, Giuseppe.
Campanelli, full PPR, tight end, pick 1, Goddard, Hurst.
I love Hurst today. I think that game's going to be a shootout. I think he's my number 4 tight end, and Goddard just hasn't got it done yet. I'd love to see it. I'm starting him. I hate it, but I'm going Hurst all day there.
Anthony Nardella, half PPR, need a receiver and a flex. Myers, Fulgham, Ahmed, Duke, Samuel.
Ooh, a lot of interesting options here, Nardella. They're all kind of in the same range for me. I like Ahmed the most of the running backs. I don't like Curtis Samuel at all after what he did to us last week. Fuck him. Not trusting him again. I like Myers. I mean, Houston's a bad secondary. Bradley Roby's legit. If they shadow, that's going to take off a little shine for Myers. But otherwise, that defense is a joke for Houston. So and Myers has been the target hog. He's throwing the ball. I mean, he's just ride that hot train. I like Jacoby Myers a lot these days. So I'm going Myers. I'm going Ahmed. I don't feel Duke. I don't like Curtis. And Fulgham disappeared on us last week. I don't know. I think Ahmed and Myers are the safest 2 with the same ceilings. Do you have a strong leaning to any of these other guys, though?
No, I'm in line with you there. Big lead for Myers again, being like Ken's only target, really.
Yeah.
And then, I'm going Ahmed. Giuseppe, Hurst, or Hooper, half PPR?
It's Hurst. I'm going to go Hurst pretty much over any tight ends other than like Taysom Hill, Travis Kelce, and maybe Darren Waller this week. I love Hayden Hurst this week.
KG Garrett needs to beat my pathetic husband again this week. In my other league, full PPR, Judy, Parker, Jonathan Taylor, Lamb. Pick one.
That's tough to go to battle with. I think he has Taysom Hill in the flex based on the RSJ recommendations earlier this week, which KG Garrett was none too pleased about. I'm not feeling great about any of these options, to be honest. I might go Taylor and just hope that Green Bay matchup is like it is juicy. They're giving up the second most points to backs, but I think it's Hines this week. So if I'm going, I fucking don't like any of those receivers. I think Judy's going to get Xavier Howard. Parker has been a disappearing act all year, and Lamb sucks when he hasn't had Dak. I don't know. I guess I go Jonathan Taylor and hope this is the week he blows up. But Keen, I don't feel great about any of these four. Is there one that you like, CJ?
I mean, no.
It's hideous.
Yeah, I'd try maybe Parker. I think I did just see another tweet saying that Naeem Hines is supposed to get the majority of the workload.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. So,
they're just riding. Okay, interesting. That's going to change my DraftKings. He's only 5,200 on DraftKings. Hines, interesting. So that makes Jonathan Taylor even more risky. Fuck. I don't know if I'm going one of the receivers. Then if that report ends up being true, I'm going to adjust my running backs here. I have Hines I already have Hines at 23, so I'm already pretty high on this guy. I'm going to put him above Duke's bitch ass Johnson, bump his ass down and bump Hines up. I feel like I don't know. This is tough. Maybe it's Parker, but I guess I'm mad because he was kind of like my play last week. I thought it was the Parker rebound week, the soft Chargers defense, and he just was a fucking joke. Like didn't even show up. So I'm hesitant, but Judy. So I have him 32 Parker, 33 Judy, and then Lamb is just like 41 or something like that. So they're neck and neck. Keen. This news about Taylor doesn't make me feel great, but I still think he could get a touchdown. This is a tough one. This is a really, really tough one. I'm going to go Taylor. I have Parker the highest if you want to go to one of the receivers. He does have in full PPR. He has kind of the most upside of just kind of going berserk. I'd feel better about him than any of these other receivers. So yeah, that's where I'm leaning. Taylor for the touchdown upside, but yeah, and Parker's probably the highest floor.
Does that be Burrow or Tua?
I'm going to go Burrow. I know it was underwhelming. That D-line could get after that. The Washington D-line is very legit, but Tua he's underwhelming. If he gets some rushing points, he'll do okay, but I'm not into him.
Seth Dorvac, standard Chark, Moore, Crowder.
Feeling Chark. Pittsburgh, obviously good secondary, obviously great defense, but I feel like they'll be down. They'll need to chuck, and these other guys with their question marks. Crowder hasn't been that great when Flacco plays. No one's really that great other than Perriman, I guess, with Flacco. So yeah, I'm going Chark there.
And Ford, what's Kamara's outlook with him?
I think it goes. I mean, it's tough to go up because he's already getting like 30 points a week, but I don't think it really hurt that bad either because Taysom's gonna. I imagine this offense, what we saw in the preseason was a lot of like read options and dinks and screens built off of it. Tons of running back. I mean, Zigbo, who's with the Jags there now, he was the guy, and he was catching like 6 passes a game with Taysom Hill. I know that's just complete exact. Like I have no idea what the actual number is, but it was a lot of screens to the running back. So I think Kamara's value is largely unchanged because there's really nowhere to go up. He's already so freaking good, but I don't think he's going down either. I could see a big reception day out of Kamara. Do you have a similar assessment to how this offense will work with Hill?
Yeah, I mean, as we kind of talked in our text, I kind of do like the Hill-Kamara stack.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna have to run the ball so much, but it's also teams are probably gonna load the box, especially the Falcons. But I think it goes up a little bit, I guess. But I mean, it can't really. The ceiling is so high already. It's kind of
exactly 35 points a week. It's like fuck. Like how high can you go up? I just think it's largely unchanged.
Pippin Road. Would you start Damian or Tyler Boyd in the flex?
That's a tough one. I think in standard or half, I'm going to go Harris. Full, that then gets me leaning Tyler Boyd's direction because he is such a magnet for targets, Pippin Road. But I'm leaning Harris here, especially with no Sony Michel in that Houston matchup. It's a cake. He's going to get 100. 3 out of 5 games, 100 yards. Make it 4 out of 6. He's getting 100 today, no doubt.
Brian Fitzpatrick, good morning, guys. You've helped me win 5 in a row to go from 11th place to 3rd place.
Hell yeah.
Running back 2. Do I start Rojo or Balaj?
Good shit, Brian. I'm happy to hear that. Let's keep it rolling today. I feel like I'm going to go Rojo off that Hut game, the 98-yard touchdown run. Like it's so hard to bench that, but Balaj is. If there's a floor argument, it would be for Balaj in the terms of they've endorsed him as like the guy until Eckler's back. It's a good offense. It's the Jets, like a revenge game in a sense, I guess. I lean Rojo, but it's 22 and 24 for my running back rankings. Like it's close, Brian. It's really close. Is your boy Rojo getting the nod for you over Balaj, CJ?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Bruce Arians is so tough because he could like drop a ball and he just like stuck to the bench.
That's the worst. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd still go with Balaj.
It's definitely a risk, but yeah, I think I'm going Rojo over Balaj today.
Acropolis, Chark, Rager, Marquise Brown, you two.
It's Marquise Brown is just such a fucking disappointment. It sucks. Tennessee's like, okay, maybe this is the week. There's a lot of Jonathan Taylor and Marquise Brown parallels. Like, oh, here's the matchup. This is the one. I don't know. I can't until I see it again. And even when you see it, it's like, do you ever trust it? I think I'm going to go Chark and Rager. Like Rager, you're also getting the blow up potential of the deep ball, but he sees at least 7 to 8 targets locked in. Tennessee's a good match for Marquise Brown. If he's going to do it, it would be against a defense like this. He had 120 against him in the playoffs. Not my play. I'm not getting, I don't know. Marquise Brown scares the shit out of me. I can't have him in my lineups. And I feel pretty good about Rager, Acropolis Army. So yeah, I'm going to go Chark and Rager here. Not feeling great about it, but that's where I'm leaning.
Brian McGowan, full PPR, need one running back and a flex. Harris, Balaj, AP, Jonathan Taylor, Godwin, Myers, Pittman.
A lot of options here. I'm definitely getting Harris in for the running back. And then the 2 flexes, it's not AP. I mean, it's not JT. I don't mind AP. I like Myers in PPR. And I like Godwin too. So this is another really tricky one. I feel like I would probably, AP, he's got the touchdown upside, but I would rather have Balaj. Godwin and Myers, though. I feel like I'd rather have both receivers here in a PPR league. I think I go Harris, Godwin, Myers, and I put AP and Balaj on the bench. What are your thoughts, Siege?
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I'm liking Harris at running back, and then I'd probably say Godwin, Myers. I mean that's kind of tough, but yeah, I'm gonna lean the 2 receivers there at the flex.
Yeah, that's tricky, but the full PPR helps me feel better about the receivers, Ryan. Alrighty, folks. And again, as we approach 12 o'clock here, if you don't mind that thumbs up, we've hit 30 likes. We're right around, 200 questions already, which is great. We're going to keep ripping through them. But the thumbs up button, YouTube, Periscope, that heart button, and of course, Facebook, thumbs up. We got some hearts already, maybe a shocked face. Who knows? Toss us some different reactions, emojis, all your good stuff to get us discovered, get us out there more. It is very appreciated. Mr. Pringle, a long timer here.
Jared Cook over Logan Thomas. He had his doubts earlier in the week when Hill was announced starter, but his gut is telling him Cook.
I don't mind Cook at all, given how bad the Falcons' most points allowed to tight end. Love that. Great spot for Jared Cook. Hill being the starter definitely is a little nerve-wracking. The volume's been there for Logan Thomas, but my gut's kind of saying Cook finds the end zone too, Noah. But the floor, the volume is with Logan. The matchup's not that tough with Logan Thomas either. So I can see why you're on the fence here. They're my tight ends 9 and 10. I feel like that's happened a lot today where even the last couple of weeks, you guys are asking questions about guys I have next to each other. And that makes it like you got to just trust your own gut unless there's like a clear tier gap. But to me, so I have Thomas 11. There's a little bit more of a gap. I have Cook a little bit higher. Let's go with Cook. I'm feeling it too, Mr. Pringle.
David Glass went with Kirk instead of Hyde on Thursday. Standard flex pick 1, Deontay, Ahmed, Godwin.
You must not have been here at the Thursday tailgate. I think I went Hyde over pretty much everybody we got in sit starts. And I would have said Hyde over Kirk. I believe if I didn't say that, if you were here and I said that, go Kirk. I'm sorry, but I was all in on Hyde. We got a lot of people going him this week, I was super pumped about. Deontay, I got to go. Deontay is my lock, and I think I'm going to go Ahmed over Godwin. I'm going to go Deontay and Ahmed.
Tunes, would you play Taysom over Thielen in the flex?
Yeah, I would. I love Thielen. I think Thielen's in a great spot against Dallas today. But any quarterbacks always belongs, especially a quarterback with the rushing upside of Taysom Hill with this pathetic defense for the Falcons. The one risk is this dude just completely flames out. It just blows, and ultimately he's benched at like halftime. Could that happen? There is certainly a world where that happens. He's very underwhelming as a thrower. But I think that the Falcons D is just that bad, and he plays with some balls. He knows this is his chance. Like, they're paying him. I don't know that he gets benched unless he really, really sucks. So yeah, I think there's very little risk with Taysom Hill. You're getting 15-ish points minimum. I'm into him.
Pat Sullivan, half PPR at the flex. AJ Brown, Hines, Boyd, Myers, Fulgham.
AJ Brown, I mean, a lot of good options there, but AJ Brown has the ability to go 150 and 2 any single week. Baltimore's defense, yeah, they're good, but a little overrated in my opinion. My next up would probably be Boyd it's half PPR. I like Hines too, but yeah, I'm going AJ Brown there.
Kevin Ford, Marvin Jones, or AP?
I kind of like the AP volume carries. Marvin Jones in a great spot too, though. This is another really tough ones today, Wolfpack. Sometimes they're easy and I can just be like, bam, that's the one. There's not a clear one there. I'm feeling AP though. I think AP's good for like 70 and a TD today. Maybe a handful, a smattering of catches. The ceiling though, of course, Jones. We saw last week, 96 and a TD, 8 catches. But if this is PPR, it's Jones. Anything else, it's AP.
Jose Sierra, half PPR, leave one out. Hunt, Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders, Mike Thomas, Deontay, Tyler Boyd.
I think I'm going to leave out Thomas. The risk of Taysom Hill is high. I mean, I love Taysom Hill himself as a quarterback starter. I like what it means for Kamara because I think it's going to be a lot of short dinks. It could mean a lot. I know our guy Zenos, great DFS players, all in on Thomas catching 10 balls on the turf. On the turf, he's usually crazy. I'm skeptical of what Mike Thomas could be today. I bumped him down, Michael Thomas, from my wide receiver 14 to my wide receiver 19 since Taysom Hill got named the starter. I'm nervous about what it means for the wide receivers here today.
Anthony Nardella, 2 running backs in a flex. Gio, Balaj, CEH, Hines.
I'm going to go Bernard. We've got 4, so we're just benching one of these guys. I'm probably going to bench Balaj out of these guys. That's me being higher on Hines than I think most people are this week, and a little bit lower on Balaj than I think most people are this week. But I play Hines over Balaj. I feel like the other two are locks. Would you go Hines or Balaj, CJ? That's close.
I think I'm going Hines there. He's a better talent. And yeah, that report of them saying that he's going to be basically the lead back today, I'm going to lean him.
That could be. I mean, he could go crazy as the lead back. We saw he did go crazy when he played 70% of the snaps last week. He had 2 touchdowns. And if he's going to start, that's right away. We know it. That could be huge. I feel like I got to bump him up even higher on the rankings. Maybe I'm going to go kind of crazy with it. But he was a top 6 scoring running back last week, and now he gets an even easier matchup, especially if Green Bay puts up the points like I think they can. I really don't. I think the Colts have a good run D. And they're good against tight ends, but I think Adams and Aaron Rodgers are going to have their way. I'm bumping Hines over, I think, Ahmed over Zeke. McKissick versus Hines. I mean, Gurley versus Hines. I'm just kind of going through my rankings. I'm like, where do I draw the line? I'm going to be pretty high on Hines this week, but I'm going to put him right, I think, above Gurley. Since that report, now I'm trusting Frank Reich, and it's like that's never smart. He's never fucking. I'll put him at 18, right below Gurley, right above McKissick. So I'm high on Hines, Twan. High on Hines and other stuff.
Karan, would you trade Ridley and Gibson for Mahomes and Mike Thomas?
No, I don't think so. But QB situation isn't good. Running back, receiver. I want to know how good it is. I'm lower on Thomas. I mean, we'll see today what his rapport is going to be with Hill. But he's got 2 to 3 games without Breeze. And if Hill dominates, what if they don't go back to Breeze for the rest of the year? I'd be pretty shocked to see that, to be honest. But I like Ridley, and I really like Gibson. 20 points without really catching a ton of passes. And what if and when that happens, that he finally takes that role over? It could be a game changer. He already is kind of a game changer. So yeah, I prefer the Ridley Gibson side. I don't know how desperate you are at QB, but let me know what your situation is.
FF undefeated. Wolfie, let's go. Rolling out Burrow, I guess.
Okay, nice. I remember he asked the question on the DFS show. It was like Bridgewater. If he's in, I'm going Bridgewater. I don't mind Burrow. I mean, he's my quarterback 14. Let me know if you have other questions. I prefer, Taysom Hill to Burrow today. I do. So let us know if you have any other options. But I'm not mad about Burrow by any means. Quarterback 14 this week, solid.
Anthony Nardella, Cooks, Judy, Myers.
I don't know how many you need here, Nards. I would probably rank them, though, Myers, then Cooks, then Judy, if that helps you out. So Mike Clay asking about Sony. You said he's not activated, right?
Yeah, Patriots announced he's sitting.
So no worries about that one, Mike. Kind of Damian Harris owners can all breathe a sigh of relief. I don't think he would have been much anyways, but.
Dylan Viagra, half PPR, Goddard or Logan Thomas. I'm worried about the weather in the Cleveland-Philly game. Didn't know that was a thing.
I haven't seen. Yeah, is there? I didn't see too many reports about bad weather. Is it pretty horrible there? I maybe look up NFLweather.com because nothing was on my radar. It's too crazy today. But we've seen Cleveland have some awful weather. Philly certainly is no beautiful place either to play. I go Logan Thomas anyways. I have Logan Thomas regardless of weather higher than Goddard because Logan Thomas actually sees targets. Dick Rod had more points and targets than freaking Goddard last week. Way less routes run. I don't get it. I don't know why Goddard's not more used. He seems like he's running open every play, but I'm not trusting him if I don't have to. Logan Thomas is a good reason to not trust Goddard.
Who's the better Tampa Bay play, AB or Evans?
I think Evans. The goal, as you were saying earlier, CJ, the goal line looks are just unstoppable. 6 for 6 on like goal line targets right now for touchdowns. It's unbelievable that rapport. I mean, Ramsey is scary, but I don't know that you can just be like, yeah, Ramsey's automatically on Evans all game. There's 3 monsters there to cover. And he's already talked about how he thinks he's going to be bouncing around a bit. So I think Evans can get his. I prefer Evans if it's going, one of the Tampa Bay receivers there.
Pitt, Steel City, Balaj, or CEH?
I'm going to go CEH Pitt. I feel good about him coming out this bye. I feel good about the matchups. Give me CEH.
Mike Clay, pick 2, Duke, Harris, Parker.
I am going to – I don't like Duke, but I really don't like Parker this week. So begrudgingly doing the 2 running backs. Harris is the only one I love there. But if I got to go multiple guys here, it's Duke is the second option. I wonder what else is out there, though.
Tunes need a receiver and 2 flex. Rager, Fulgham, Duke, AP, JT, Parker, Sanders.
Man, a lot of stuff here, Tunes. The JT, this news again about Hines has me a bit nervous on JT moving forward today. So I'm going to prefer benching. But then Taysom Hill makes Sanders less attractive. He would have been a guy I'd be smashing in the lineups if it was Jameis playing. I feel like I'm going to lean Fulgham, Duke, and Regar. But I do want to know what the deal is with this weather. So I don't know, Tunes or let us know what the deal is with the weather.
I saw it's like 37 and a little rain. That's it. I mean,
no wind or anything. Wind's the big shit.
4 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. So give me Reger, give me Fulgham, give me Duke. AP's in there. Never mind. I like AP. Shit. I think Fulgham, Duke, AP is where I'm leaning. That's a tough one, Tunes. Fulgham, Duke, AP. That I feel okay about that. That's tough though. Tough options.
So in Viagra, Hat PPR, pick 1 flex. Ahmed, Peterson, Pittman, Mike Williams, Hollywood, Rager.
It comes down to these 3 for me: Ahmed, Peterson, and Williams. Williams being the blow up like receiver possible play Viagra. I like Ahmed a lot. Breida being active is a little annoying because you never know what his role might be. But I feel like Ahmed really showed, I'm the guy, and they're operating as a 1-guy backfield with Gaskin all year. I think Peterson's your safest option here. Mike Williams is your biggest blow-up. I think Ahmed's like the nice middle ground of both. And so I'm leaning Ahmed out of these options here. And folks, if you don't mind getting us, again, those thumbs up, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, regardless of where you're at. Again, it helps us get out. We're getting tons of questions today, which I love. We'll probably hit that point soon where I just have to start ripping through as fast as I can, rapid fire stuff. So you keep coming, you keep getting them in. But the thumbs up, we're almost at over 40. I think 40 would be a likes record for Facebook here. I don't know what the thumbs up are looking like on YouTube, but thank you guys again. We really appreciate you sharing your Sunday mornings with us. We hope we get all these calls right for you guys. We'll keep them ripping and rolling here.
We said that one.
Oh, we already did that one.
Yep. Sarno, good morning, boys. CEH or AP, half PPR.
I can't even recognize Sarno with the new picture going on over here. Throwing me off, man. I got to go CEH. I'm feeling pretty good about CEH.
Sarno, again, if Bridgewater is out, do you sit Robbie Anderson for Rager or Crowder, which he is out?
I think I still roll with Robbie. I just don't feel great about Rager or Crowder. I mean, Crowder would be the one I'd consider, but no, I think I roll out Robbie and hope for the best.
Rager, half PPR, Pittman or Rager?
I'm going to go Rager there. The Pittman call is tricky. He's been balling, and it all comes down to who's Jair Alexander going to cover, because whoever's not covered by him, I think is going to have a big day, whether that's TY, whether that's Pittman. I can't sit here and pretend like I have any idea who that will be, though. But Jair's going to shadow someone and take one of those two out of the game, and that risk of it being Pittman, particularly with how well he's been playing, I imagine it will be Pittman. That's enough for me to bench him for Rager. I'm pretty big on Rager this week.
Toons got AP off waivers for $1. Half my league got pissed because they thought they could snag him for $0. Hopefully the Wolf pays off.
I hope it pays off too. He's got a pretty good floor, in my opinion, today. If they get blown out early, then you'll see him come off the field for carry on. That's the risk, but I don't see it happening. I don't see that happening.
Charlie Prebles, what's up, Wolf?
What's going on, Prebs? Good to see you, brother.
Ryan McGowan, need a standard flex. JT, Pittman, Myers, Judy.
I am leaning. Oh, shit. I just lost my place. JT, Pittman, Myers, Judy. You just need one of them. I'm going to go Myers there. Standard obviously makes it a little trickier because it's not the touchdowns. It's more so the catches you're going with for Myers. But I like his bet to find the end zone, too, compared to those other guys.
Omar, Wolf, and CJ, my guys, off to a good start with Hyde. Thanks to you. Flex play, would you play Gio or Balaj?
Bernard. I feel really good about Gio. Birthday narrative, baby. All about it, Omar.
Shady asked people was lacking a little depth at running back, so I traded Claypool for McKissick and Andrews. So with that, now I have both McKissick and Gibson start.
Oof.
Both are replaced one with either Melvin, who they're looking to work on, or Rojo. So it's either Melvin or Rojo.
Is there a report that they're trying to work in Melvin more? I don't know that I saw that. If that is the case, then maybe I have to adjust a little bit. But I don't. Where's that coming from, Shady Ass? Let us know where that report has emerged from. I think I go both backs for the Washington team here. It's been very viable because of how defined their roles are. Gibson's going to get you the touchdowns. McKissick's going to get you 15 targets a week. He's an alpha. So I like going both of those guys. I don't hate Rojo either, just to differentiate a little bit. But I have both Washington running backs higher than either of the guys you listed. It's tricky to go with that strategy. Rojo would be the next one in if you're taking one out. McKissick would be the one I take out. I probably just go both backs though.
Omar, would you trade Crowder or for Noah Fant or Henry?
No. I guess because your receivers, you're all good. You're not gonna. I like Fant if I'm gonna do that. I would do that, I think, because you're good at receiver, and your tight end. Well, your tight ends are Hooper and Tunyon. Yeah, it's not great. I would trade Crowder for Fant and hope he really hits his ceiling.
All right, Michael, Deontay or Will Fuller?
I'm leaning Deontay. I think Gilmore being back, I don't know if he's going to shadow, Fuller, but I think there's definitely a chance he does. So I like Deontay, just safer. 10 targets every time or more that he's been active. So, yeah, I think that's the safe play. I'm bumping down Fuller, actually, my rankings just a little bit here today because of Gilmore being active.
In DFS, would you go Gronk, Gesicki, Hawkinson, Cook, Ebron, Hooper, Hurst?
So this is all for DFS. I kind of like Hurst today. I have Hurst the highest of these guys. I like that script. I think it's going to go back and forth. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Hurst in DFS.
Anthony Fella, Pittman, or Ebron in the flex?
I never like double tight ends. And I would just take the risk that maybe Pittman doesn't get shadowed by Jair because I think he could blow up. Ebron isn't a good spot against Jacksonville, though. They're going to put up their touchdowns. Pittman, Ebron. Do you have a strong leaning to either of these guys?
I'm on the same page with I hate starting 2 tight ends.
Yeah,
in there.
it's gross. Yeah, let's go Pittman. I mean, he's been balling out.
FF undefeated. Do you like Crowder more than DJ Moore?
I do. Yeah, Bridge is out, so I do like Crowder just a little bit more.
TS, which defense do you like better, Baltimore, Washington, or the Bucs?
Probably Washington. I think they can really get after that O-line, that awful O-line of Cincy today. So I think they're going to be ripping that one down. So yeah, Stephanie says the guillotine is correct. Oh, you draft a new team every week. That's interesting. So like at a certain point, there's only like 3 teams, and you just draft like all mega stars, I guess is what it's like. Interesting.
Maybe it's like a DraftKings league or something.
Yeah, I wonder like where you host that. That sounds pretty cool. I'd like to check one of those out. Let us know the details of where you're doing that.
TC Haley, DJ Moore, Crowder, full PPR.
We just got that one, and from another guy. I'm going to go Jamison Crowder because of the quarterback concerns. Who knows? As we said, a new quarterback often locks onto one guy. Could that be DJ Moore? Yeah. Not for me though. I'm not trying it out.
Sarah Riley, need 2 of these. Mike Thomas, Jefferson, Woods, Anderson, Fulgham.
I thought you were going to be hunting today, Sarah. Said she couldn't make the show on the Thursday broadcast. Good to see. Hopefully the hunt was fruitful. I don't know what word you use for a hunt, but I like Jefferson. Yeah, bountiful hunt. I like Jefferson, and probably it's not Anderson. It's not Fulgham. Woods versus Thomas. It's my 19 versus my 21. I might just go for Mike Thomas there. Go for the upside. Your number 1 overall pick. Woods really sucked last week, to be honest. I got to go. Yeah, I'm going Jefferson Thomas. I don't love it, but would you play Woods or Thomas? I feel like Jefferson's the lock here.
I think I'd go Thomas there. Anderson no more because of Bridgewater, and then I'm going the first 2.
Yeah. Pittman.
Yeah, Pittman. I'm not sure what.
I forget what he's referring to. Yeah.
Steven Hernandez, Waller, or Gronk?
I gotta go Waller. Catch-up mode against the Chiefs. Not a great team against tight ends. I'm into that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Steven.
Terrell, too nice. Higgins, Peterson, Rojo, or Myers?
So we only need one of them. I love Higgins. I never bench Higgins at this point. He's kind of earned lineup lock, in my opinion.
Phantom Gaming, should I put Tay in? Nope.
He's not playing. But you should never even consider this other anyways. I think Rodgers, the Colts are a little overrated in my opinion. I know we had that one Rodgers dud against the Bucs, but I don't think that's going to be happening.
Nick Terrio need 2 running backs. Need an RB2, half point PPR, Harris or CEH?
I'm going to go CEH over Damian Harris. Damian Harris is safer, but I'm just big into CEH tonight. I think he's going to light it up. So this isn't right? Teddy's officially benched. I know this came in a little bit later.
Yeah.
I mean, earlier. I know we're behind because we have so many questions. Is that right? PJ Walker's the starter? All righty. Boyd or Harris in the last flex?
Boyd or Harris.
I'm going Damian Harris.
TC Haley, Brady or Newton?
Cam. I think Cam's going to run all over that Houston team today. I have Cam 9, Brady 11.
Shady ass. Hines is getting the start. They came out and said it.
Yep. Yeah, we just covered that a little earlier. It bumped him up to running back, 20 in my rankings. Big fan of Hines today. Sony activated, not playing. Just an update. Yep.
Dauntless Slays, half PPR pick 2. Jefferson, MT, Cooper, AB, Myers.
I love Jefferson. You're leaning Cooper. I do like Cooper today. I have him pretty high. I don't know if I would bench MP for him, but I am high on Cooper. I put him in all my DraftKings at 5,400. I think it's a great play. Fuck. Yeah, that's tough. I would probably go Jefferson MT. But if you're leaning Cooper or Dauntless, if that's in your gut, I totally like it. They're within 2 spots of each other. So you can trust your gut there. You have the Wolf endorsement for Cooper if you like it. But I personally go Jefferson MT.
Seth Dvorak, DJ Moore, Chark, Crowder, pick one.
Probably Chark. Pittsburgh, they're going to need to throw in the comeback mode. It's a tough secondary, but that's where I'm leaning.
Teo, need a RB2 and a flex. Chubb, J-Rob, Gurley, Parker.
So you're going both the first two running backs, Chubb and J-Rob, no doubt about it.
Rodney Davis need 2 in a standard league. Zeke, Rojo, Duke, Harris, Balaj.
I'm going to go Harris as my favorite here, and Zeke at that point, like you just hope for some Zeke of old comes out, but I'm not banking on it. But that out of those guys, Zeke.
Matt Jones, am I the only one who feels like Taysom Hill is going to get like 5 snaps and Sean Payton's just going to dick us all over again?
Could be. I think Peyton coming out and saying like, I just want to see, if this is the guy, coming out and saying that today, at least to Rappaport's report, gives me a little more faith. As long as he doesn't suck, like he's going to really see, is this $20 million backup a potential franchise guy that I can build around? You don't really have those chances too often. Against Atlanta, there's not a better chance to go ride that up. Hey, at the 40 likes, we have officially broken. I think the 40 likes is the record on Facebook. I don't know what we're at YouTube, but guys, that is awesome. If you can give us that thumbs up, regardless of where you're at, don't take away a thumbs up, please, because we have broken the record on likes. So appreciated, but keep getting those thumbs up in if you are willing. It helps us out get to more people, and just we appreciate your support. Thanks again for your Sunday time here.
Drew Foster, Rager, AP in the flex. PPR Swift's out. I'd rather Cleveland.
Yeah, I prefer AP. The weather doesn't have me that worried. A little bit rainy. It doesn't seem that bad. But yeah, I prefer AP there. I think he's a really good bet for 70 and a score.
Nick Terrio also need a wide receiver 2 and a flex. I have DJ Moore, Marvin Jones, Higgins, CEH.
So I'm going to go Higgins. Yeah, the last two, exactly. Higgins, CEH. I love Higgins. I've never mentioned Higgins. I like Marvin Jones' spot this week, Terrio, but I love Higgins, and I think CEH is an even better spot.
Fantasy, hey guys, got to start 2. AJ Brown, CEH, Marvin Jones, Duke.
First 2. I'm going to stick with the first 2 there, Fantasy. Both just huge ceiling players. Marvin Jones is close, but I'm going the other 2.
Elias, 6-person league, Aaron Jones or Taysom Hill at the flex.
6-person league. Let's grow up first. And I would probably just go the quarterback. A quarterback against Atlanta. I mean, Aaron Jones is a monster. It's crazy to even consider benching him, but it's not the easiest. The Colts run D is pretty damn stiff, Elias. So, I'm going to go Aaron Jones on the bench and go Taysom Hill there.
Charlie Prebles, bad question, but Fournette or Harris?
Bad question. It's Harris. Harris is going to steamroll today. We got some love from Pippin Rhodes and some cheers. Like it.
Matt Townsend start 2. Rojo, Crowder, Damian Harris or Cooks?
Harris is my favorite, and then probably Rojo. I'm going to go with the 2 running backs, Matt Townsend. The scoring could change that. PPR, Crowder's a monster, but I prefer Rojo and Harris, I believe, here. Does Hill help or hurt Kamara? We answered that one for you earlier, Kevin.
Giuseppe, DJ Moore, AB.
I go AB, I think, with this quarterback news. I don't know. I just don't know what to make of PJ Walker starting. I hope he slings and lights it up, but I'd rather Tom Brady throw my weapon the ball than PJ Walker right now. I don't know what he's referring to, but
Hector, DK, Conley, or Gallup?
So for DraftKings, I think.
Oh, okay.
For DraftKings, yeah, that would be pretty ridiculous of a question if that was DK Metcalf, who already played. Neither. I mean, these bare literally like 3K receivers. I feel like you shouldn't have to go that sickeningly low. But if you are, I had Gallup maybe. I feel like him and Dalton have had like somewhat of a rapport. I don't know. I don't like either at all.
Kev Ford, T. Higgins, or Marvin Jones?
T. Higgs always.
Mitch Chavez, hey guys, best of luck.
Best of luck to you, Mitch. Great to see you as always. Every broadcast, you're fucking best.
Brett Michael, Alex Smith versus the wrist against a bad defense over Tannehill.
Oh, that's tough. Because Tannehill, I feel like this is like the type of games where we'll see good Tannehill come out. Is a tough matchup. Hopefully the Ravens find some sort of mojo and put up some points. Because Tannehill, when playing from behind and they pick up the pace, it's nice. I see it. Smith, 55 pass attempts last week in a bad defense. I get it. He's my favorite, like quarterback Hail Mary. I would probably still go Tannehill, though, if I had both those guys.
Steven Hernandez, Mike Thomas, or AB?
I'm going to go Mike Thomas. AB, third receiver against the hardest team against receivers. I'm gonna go Thomas.
Connor Patrick, Ebron Smith, Lance Thomas, Schultz, Richard Rodgers.
I'm trying to think of who Smith is. Traquan Smith? Like, is that? I don't know.
No, these are all tight ends.
Who's Lance Thomas? Is he a play? Is you mean Logan Thomas? I'm guessing it's got to be Logan Thomas. Either way, I think I'm going Ebron out of all these guys, despite the mess of who. Oh, probably Jonnu Smith. Okay. If they're all tight ends, yeah, Jonnu Smith. Now that I saw the 4 tight end, not Dick Rod. It's going to be Ebron against the Jags. The touchdown upside's real, very real there. Connor Patrick, go Ebron.
Van Deventer, AB, Chark, Fulgham, Ahmed, full PPR.
I'm gonna go Ahmed there. I like the fullback there, Van Deventer. We're going Ahmed.
Josh Rosenbaum, carry on or Jonathan Taylor.
Oh God. I mean, this report about Hines has me real nervous about JT, the biggest bust of the year. I still could see him finding the end zone, though. Carry on is just a complete toss-up, whether he's going to get work or not. So I'll probably keep Taylor in there and just hope for the touchdown.
Tunes, Rager, Perriman, or Hilton in DFS?
I was deciding the same things, Tunes. So our lineup constructions are probably pretty similar. My personal guy I landed on was Rager, but I still am like, fuck, last minute I'm going to swap it in Perriman. He had a big game with Flacco last time. I'm all over that one. It's tough. I'm all over the place. I don't trust Hilton. I'm going Rager, but it's tough, Tunes. I'm weighing the same exact question.
Josh Rosenbaum just traded Gibson, Mike Thomas, Goddard for McCaffrey and Zach Moss. Did I make a mistake with McCaffrey possibly not coming back?
Depends on what your record is. Can you absorb it? They have the week 13 bye. I imagine we don't see him until after week 13, but that is the big risk is if they're completely out of it and they've already shut him down this long, like could he get completely shut down? It's very possible. If he comes back and plays, you're playoff bound anyways, and you get McCaffrey for your last 3 weeks, insert 25 to 30 points. It's awesome. He's as good as it comes. But ultimately, I think you might have given up a lot. I don't care about Goddard. I don't care about Zach Moss. I just love Gibson. And if MT pans out, then you've given up a lot. But ultimately, if you were in a good spot too, I don't love MT either. So it's like Gibson for McCaffrey. I think it's a risk worth taking, but only if you're in a really good spot to absorb it and take a loss or two in between now in the playoffs.
Acro, please. Chark, Rager, Marquise Brown.
Oh, yeah. We benched Marquise for that one.
Jose Sierra, Happy Bear, leave one out. Hunt, Jones, Miles Sanders, Mike Thomas, Deontay Johnson, Tyler Boyd.
Man, tough to find one option that I really want to bench here, but MT would be my least preferred. It comes down to MT versus Boyd. I love everyone else. There's no way I'd be benching any of the others, so that's up to you. MT, the ceiling, Boyd, a nice reception floor. So I'm leaning Boyd over Thomas because I just don't know what Taysom Hill is going to look like for the passing game. If it's Tim Tebow, it could be ugly. So, yeah, give me Boyd, and I'm benching Thomas out of these guys.
Sarno, Marquise Brown kissed the fattest part of my ass. Not even calling him Hollywood anymore. He doesn't deserve it. I'd rather have Aaron Dobson and take the 0 to ever have Brown on my team again.
I like it. Well said. We need to get the wine line going again. Craig Sarno seems like he'd be perfect to call on in. We'll get the wine line up tonight for the post-game tailgate, which will be right after Red Zone. Me and the Truth will be live 7:30-ish. Typically, we wait till after Red Zone. There've been some games going in like overtime that we just have to start, or otherwise we wouldn't get going till 8. So come on down, 7:30 or so, whenever tailgate Red Zone's over. We'll wrap up the day. Your stud of the week, dud of the week, waiver wire, injuries, all that good stuff. We will have ready to go for you.
Christiana, good morning, guys. Cup, Anderson, Judy, pick one PPR. Also starting Big B in a juicy matchup for Aaron Rodgers in a tough matchup. So Big Ben or Aaron Rodgers? Yeah,
I'm going to go with Cup pretty significantly above the other two just because of the QB questions for Anderson now. And then, I totally see your logic. I'm not too worried about Aaron Rodgers. He's been slinging it this year. So I like Aaron Rodgers. I'm fine with playing him. I know Big Ben, had a huge game last week and Jacksonville's a joke, but Jacksonville might be so much of a joke that it gets out of hand and they just kind of bleed the clock towards the end. Whereas Rodgers, the highest implied total of the week, 51.5, it's like a 1.5 spread, so a close shootout. Like that's what you're looking for on the turf with Adams. Like I'm into Rodgers. I think people are a little too nervous about this NDD that I just don't think is as good as people might think.
One penny, should I keep Claypool as my receiver 2 over Juju and keep Bernard in my flex?
Yes, I like all those moves. I mean, I like Juju. It's tough to know which of the Steelers is going to be the best of the three because they all have good games. But I prefer Claypool myself personally. That's just a personal preference, though, Juan. And I do like Bernard in the flex. It's tough to have both Steelers in, even though it's not that tough. Last week it works out for you against the Jags. It should work out. I would have Bernard over those other guys, though. Yeah, that I go Claypool, Bernard. I don't know. Do you prefer Claypool? What's your read on the Steelers? Like Deontay's my favorite, and then it's tricky behind him.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page with you, but I think I would lean Claypool there for like his higher attention upside.
Yeah, that big body, like it's great after the catch. Claypool's really emerged.
Like Clay, is it crazy to think about benching AJ for AB?
Yeah. Is AJ Brown? I wouldn't bench for AB. No, I would not do that.
Fair, Robbie Anderson, Claypool, or Woods is my receiver, and Gordon Peterson or Rojo.
I'm going to go Claypool, definitely Jair. And then at running back, I'm leaning Ronald Jones over all these guys. We've had Jones versus AP a few times, and Jones is the ceiling. AP is a very safe bet, in my opinion, though, to find the end zone, to run for 70-ish yards. If he finds the end zone twice, I mean, crazy day. And it's against Carolina, well within the possibilities, but Jones just has that juice. 98-yard touchdown run. I have a hard time benching after seeing that last week. We got Scotty Brooks with the hey-oh. Good to see you, brother.
Full PPR, Ahmed or Purine?
Ahmed, definitely. Purine's. I get the reports that they're going to ride him as a featured back. I believe anything out of Adam Gase's mouth when I'll believe when I see it. Fuck him. Ahmed is the featured back. We already know that.
Derek Johnson, Lamb, or Antonio Brown?
Yeah, not thrilled about either, Derek, but I prefer Antonio. Lamb is so tough to trust. Such a good player, but with those quarterbacks, ugh.
Scott Brooks, tight end premium, Gronk or Goddard?
Going Gronk. I feel like they're so good, the Rams, against receivers, that might lead to some decent Gronk numbers today or tomorrow. It's Monday night, I think, that game.
DJ Johnson, need a receiver and a flex. Samuel, Corey Davis, Le'Veon, AB, carry on.
Oh, man, tough options to weigh through here, DJ. I think AB's my favorite, and Le'Veon seems like nothing more than a handcuff, to be honest, at this point, so I don't like him. I feel like maybe Davis, he's been pretty steady this year for the most part, besides that one complete dud. I don't trust Samuel after what he did last week. I don't trust a Le'Veon handcuff situation. And Carry-On's Carry-On could be intriguing. But AP is going to be the first one up there. That all comes down to the script. So I'm going Corey, and I'm going AB.
Todd Exotic, Rise and Shine Champions. Your boy needs some guidance on my running back 2, receiver 2, and flex. Gio, Gurley, Deontay, AJ Brown.
Thank you. I love the name changes from Mr. Roos every week. Todd Exotic. I'm going to go Gio over Gurley. And then for the wide receiver 2, I'm going to go I'm going to go both receivers for the wide receiver 2 in the flex. So Gurley's getting the bench out of those 4 options.
Pat Sullivan.
I don't know what that question was.
Kid Kobe, Rager, Perryman, and DJ Morris at 1.
I'm going to sit Perriman, I think. Perriman versus Rager, it's so neck and neck for me which one blows up. But I'm going to try DJ Moore and just hope that he's the one that Walker locks in on. It's risky. I'm going to go Moore and Rager there.
DJ Johnson, running back into flex. Lamb, Judy, McKissick, Henderson.
McKissick's the easy one here. And then the flex, it's like I don't want anything to do with that Rams backfield right now. Don't want anything to do with Lamb. So I don't like Judy's matchup against Xavier Howard today, but I prefer him over these other 2 options. So McKissick, the easy one for me, and then Judy.
Kev Holland, pick 3. I had Burrow as the quarterback. Ridley, Boyd, Higgins, Cup, Judy.
Ridley, you got to lock in. That's a one you just don't ask about as long as he's active. And then I like Higgins versus Boyd's tricky. It's tough to have them both in. I have them higher than these other receivers. So it's like I kind of want to pick one, though, and then go Cup just to kind of spread out your scoring here. I go Higgins and Cup and Ridley. Boyd is an interesting option though. I don't know if I hate going both Cincy receivers. What do you think, CJ?
Yeah, I'd probably go Ridley, and then Boyd's more of like an in between the 20s guy, I feel like, and then I think I'd go Ridley, Higgins, Cup.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. So we're benching Boyd begrudgingly. He could be the better of the receivers. Judy, we're not even considering, Kev.
One penny, should I keep Claypool as my receiver 2 over Juju? And then keep Gio in my flex? I think we're already.
We did that one. Yep. I played Gio. He's just answering some questions. I played Juju over Gio. I disagree, but interesting angle.
One penny, Cousins or Burrow?
Burrow for me.
Matt Sullivan, thanks for your advice, guys. Half PPR with Bridgewater out. Would you start Hines over Mike Davis? No, I think that actually helps Mike Davis.
Yeah, you got to go Mike Davis. Smash spot against Detroit. I think the quarterback being out might even help because they're just going to ride him as much as they can. So Davis is a good play today. I'm going Davis. I like Hines, but I'm going Davis over him.
CJ Johnson, Samuel Landry, Ahmed.
I'm going to go Ahmed there. I really like Ahmed today.
Anton, full PPR, Connor or Gio?
I go Connor against the Jags. I think he gets it back on track here.
Max Newman, Boyd or Cooks?
I go Tyler Boyd. I go Tyler Boyd here.
Slim, I just want to know how hard Katie laughed after the husband spent all that fab on Winston.
Keen, if you're still tuned in, I agree. He tried to block you, pull that dick move we talked about with Nat on Wednesday's show. That's tough. But I do think he also ended up with, if I'm not mistaken, Taysom Hill. And so he's kind of just like, all right, whatever. I blew all that money, but I have Taysom Hill at my tight end now. So I think they're both kind of ended up winning that situation.
Pravensai, Teddy Bridgewater is out. Should I play AB or DJ?
I go AB here. Looks like we're at 12:30 and there's a shitload of questions. So I'm just going to start ripping them usual when we get to this point. So Wolfpack, here they come, rapid fire. Again, thumbs up if you are on YouTube, Facebook, Me and the World, and the heart button on Periscope if you're tuned in there would be awesome. Let us now fucking fire it up. I will toss any that I have a little doubts on to CJ here. 15 minutes from Cleveland. The wind is calm, but it's chilly and raining, pretty steady. Yeah, I don't get overly concerned about rain. It's the wind that I worry about. Lionel Richie would be better than Carson Wentz. Good point there for sure, Kev Hung. Wides are wide receivers. Ridley, Deontay, A-Rob, Mostert. I just kind of tell us our team. That's cool. Samuel, reshot. Curtis Samuel, Rager, Sims Jr. I'm going to go Rager there. I don't know what Sims Jr. is, but not going him. Antonio Gibson or Ahmed. Yeah, Stevenson, Cam Sims. They have 2 Simses there. I don't know. Either one doesn't matter. Gibson or Ahmed. I'm going to go Gibson. No doubt about it. Top 10 running back for me this week. And I like Ahmed, but definitely Gibson. Almost feel like I don't have to ask, but can't decide. Lamar or Big Ben. I get it. I mean, Lamar versus Ben. Ben's got the matchup. But I think Jackson could go crazy against Tennessee. I just always keep him in there for that 35-point day. Herbs or LJ, 4-point TDC. Well, now I'm going to go Herbs. Herbs has just as much upside and is actually getting it done. Almost feel like I shouldn't have to ask. Oh, yeah, we just covered that one. Diego, good to see you, brother. Wolf and CJ are like Zoolander and Hansel. Picks so fire right now. Thank you, Kev. Great to see you, by the way, Kev. PPR bench, Crowder, Higgins, Cup. Higgins. Pick 1, Samuel Rager, Sims Jr., Hunter Henry. Still Rager for me. Don't have to start tight end in my league. Goddard, Ebron, Pittman. Oh, so you don't even have to start tight end. So it's like, who do I prefer? I think I like Ebron for the touchdown, but Pittman's close. Pittman is close, fella. Forgot I had Gio, full PPR. Gio over any of those guys, Scott. How could you forget you have Gio? He's like running back 1, dude. Come on. Traded Gio for Woods, added better depth at receiver. So Gio's solid, but having Carson Gibson, yeah, I get what you're saying. You have all their handcuffs. So, yeah, if you have Hyde for Carson, I feel like it's a decent play. Good schedule down the stretch for Woods, too. Full PPR, Mike Davis, definitely over Fuller. Love the Davis narrative today. Jacob Beatty, great to see you. Damian Harris or AB, got to go with the steamrolling Damian Harris, going for his 4th 100-yard game in 6 efforts. I'm all about it. Hollywood Brown, Jacoby Myers, A.J. Brown, pick 2. Benching Hollywood Brown. It's not really close to Elias at this point. Cameron, Matt Ryan. That's tricky. I think Cam could steamroll Houston, but I love Matt Ryan. No Marshawn Lattimore, Matt Townsend, all his weapons back. I think we're getting a shootout. I think Ryan could light up scoreboards. I wonder what he's on DraftKings, actually. I haven't even looked at that. I think Matt Ryan's going to be so underowned. He could be the crazy play of the day. Hooper or Shaggy? Shaggy dog. I'm guessing that means Dallas Goedert, if I'm not mistaken, Hooper. Jacob Beatty. I'm going to go Hooper. Easiest matchup for tight ends. The rain might mean a little more shallow passes. I don't trust Shaggy dog. I have to start him, so I hope it's Shag, but I'm not into it. I have Hooper just a little bit higher. Got you on YouTube now. Shady ass people. There you are. Sleeper report about Melvin over Lindsey. Melvin's always been the guy over Lindsey, though. So, what's new there, I guess, Austin? Sent Landry and Edmonds for McKissick and Claypool. I prefer McKissick and Claypool, definitely. Sent Landry and Edmonds for McKissick and Claypool. And for, I don't know, this is getting really confusing to follow. Sorry, Austin. Love you, but I can't understand what you're saying. You're welcome, Fantasy. I appreciate the good manners from our great Wolfpack over here. How many touchdowns does TB12 throw for tonight? Of course, a Dan Heggs question with that one. I would say 5 or 6. I'm going to go for the 5. The Rams is a tough matchup, though, Heggs. Realistically, I'm going to predict 2 touchdowns for TB12. But out of those numbers, 5. T. Hig or Fuller? I'm going to go Fuller despite Gilmore playing. Tons of upside still. Flex 1 for Frazier Mack. Ahmed, Zeke, Hunt, A.J. Brown. Leaning A.J. as well. Hunt's close, though. It's not Zeke or Ahmed, but Hunt for floor, A.J. Brown for ceiling. Standard league, I might go Hunt, actually, the more I think about it. I don't know. I'm going AJB. Connor. So for Connor, Patrick, Carr, Newton, Tannehill, Cousins, Newton. Going to run all over them. Cup. Giving some answers there. Thank you, Kev. We're getting close to the bottom of this freaking mailbag. Here we go. Just got a trade offer. Trayvon Williams for McCole Hardman. I don't know a shit about the defensive leagues, so I don't know. Austin. Shady ass people is awesome. I agree, Todd Exotic. A great fan. Josh Rosenbaum. Carry on versus Taylor. Neither options are great. No, they're not. I'd go for Taylor and just hope for the touchdown. Gibson, Jacobs, Mike Davis, bench one. Ooh, that's tough. I feel like I don't know. What do you think of it? This is the hard one I've got, CJ. The toughest one I've got since I took over the steamroll mode.
That is tough. I think I would bench Gibson.
I'm very high on Gibson this week against Cincy. He's definitely the riskiest of them. So I personally have Davis and then Gibson, then Jacobs, 7, 9, and 10. Very close. I bench Jacobs myself, but yeah, they're all great options. That's tough. Thanks, Todd Exotic. We're making some new friends in the comments here. I like it. Aaron Vandeventer, the fullback. I think I missed my question. I had to get salt because of the damn snow. Yeah, fuck that. I don't remember what your question is. Sorry, Vandeventer. I do not have that good of a memory. Shady ass. Get these dubs, people. Definitely shady ass. Melvin or Gio? Definitely Gio for me. Love him at RB2. Gronk or Hill? Feel awkward asking this. Taysom Hill is a tight end. It's Taysom Hill. I think that's what you mean. And if it's Tyreek Hill, it's Tyreek. Like it's probably not Gronk. It's probably whatever Hill you have. So Vishia, Sok, Juju, Woods, Fuller, DJ Moore, sit one. DJ Moore is far and away the furthest option there with Bridgewater now out. Probably would have been anyways. Rodgers or Watson. Rodgers for me, Ethan Parks. Lighten that one up. Walker played with Robbie and Coach Rule Temple. Just a little info. Yep, we covered that slim a little earlier. Maybe that pass rapport will come into play. Some stars from Denger, 21. C. Godwin or Jay Grant, PPR. Gotta go Godwin over Jakeem Grant. With the stars all over Godwin. Mr. Munchies and a smiley face. Cousins or Stafford. Rojo or Hines. I'm going to go Hines for the running back, and I'm going to go Stafford for the quarterback munch. Feeling it. What's up, Dylan Adams? Great to see you. Danny Harkler, Cooper and McKissick for flex, 100-yard bonus. McKissick, Amari or McKissick, CJ? Do you have any strong leanings?
Honestly, I think McKissick.
Yeah, McKissick's certainly safer, especially if it's full PPR. But I think Cooper's going to light it up today. I have a feeling about Cooper. I'm getting him into all my DraftKings lineups. And folks, any last-minute likes, greatly appreciated. If you haven't subscribed on Facebook or YouTube, or ideally like we've seen shady-ass people do, both, hit them both for us. Folks, support the show. Give us your subs. Give us your likes. And we will give you all the answers we can. Scott has too many teams. I know the feeling. I actually cut down to 3 this year, and I feel so much better in 3 instead of like 7. Teddy B is out. Have to play Smith. Pick 1. Boyd, Marvin Jones, whether it's bad or MVS. Boyd for me. Logan Thomas or Andrews. I got to go for the Andrews touchdowns, but don't love it, Dylan Adams. Thomas is safer, but yeah, I'm going Boyd and I'm going Andrews. PJ Walker, Paul. Yes, XFL legend playing today. Could be in for 2 quarterback leagues, potentially. He's my 22 quarterback of the week, so not like a just complete dismissal. Just traded before the deadline, got Henry, traded Mixon, Balaj, Chark. That is robbery, Dylan Adams. I'm sure you made this move because you saw Henry's playoff schedule. Good Lord. And now that Mixon's on the IR, it's even better. You absolutely fleeced him. Well done, Dylan Adams. Chark or Amari from Alexander Trakoff. I'm going to go Amari today. I'm feeling Amari Cooper. I think he has a big day for those Cowboys. Cup or A.J. Brown, rest of season, definitely A.J. Brown. It's so I love Cup schedule, but it's just always tricky to know which one's going to blow up there. Van Deventer, AB, Chark, Davis, Fulgham, or Ahmed. I'm going to go Ahmed there. Or is Mike Davis? Davis is Mike Davis, I think. If it's Mike Davis, it's definitely Mike Davis. If it's Corey Davis, it's Ahmed. But I don't know which Davis that is, Van Deventer. Last 3. Okay. We steamrolled through those. PJ Walker or Stafford. Stafford for me. That'd be kind of unnecessary risk, in my opinion. Kenny Hyde, T. Boyd, Chark, Jefferson. Jefferson. Oh, I have to sit one. I'm sitting Chark there. I like Boyd and I like Jefferson more than Chark. Marvin Oliver's land. Josh, you are asking some hideous questions today, my friend. Lamb, I guess, and you just hope, he gets it together with Dalton there. 2 running backs, hurt and half point. Latavius or Lindsey. Oh, boy. You already have Kamara, but the Saints could be run heavy. Yeah, I could see that touchdown upside for Murray. I'd probably prefer that to Lindsey. Tough, though. You're welcome, Van. Firster, you're the man. Love seeing the show grow the last few years. It's awesome. Where the fuck's Giuseppe today? He was here earlier. He tuned in early. He beat you to the punch. Good luck today, boys. You as well, Craig. Good luck to Tunes. And sorry I missed your answer to Cam or Matty Ice. I said Matty Ice. I think that game shoots out. I feel really good about him. Alrighty, folks. Fuck yeah. We have a few minutes to spare, which I kind of need because my rankings are all over the place with this morning news. Is there any fucking last minute news that we're missing here, CJ? I know Sony's not playing. Teddy Bridge is not playing. Hines is the featured back. I'm trying to think of other stuff that happened on the show that we need to make sure we adjust for.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think so. I think we've hit everything.
I think we covered it all, folks.
We have 2 more questions.
Murray is the running back just because you get the touchdown upside. And Matthew Noto. Thoughts on MT? I'm nervous. I'm nervous with Taysom Hill. I like Taysom for his own fantasy value. I don't like what it could mean for the receivers. I think any receiving game is going to be funneled to Kamara today. I have all those guys other than Myers above MT, but Myers has some real upside too, Matthew Noto. So I'm for you sitting him if that's your gut call. I personally would have MT over Myers. Connor, Zeke, McKissick, Gio. Got to sit one. It's Zeke. I'm sitting Zeke crazily over McKissick. Sitting Zeke for J.D. McKissick. Where the fuck is the world gone? Ugh. And you're welcome, Matthew Townsend. Good to see you. Alrighty, I think that's all. That's where we'll cut it because, again, I got to check these rankings and make sure there's nothing missing. And I know you got to get your lineups ready. So, Wolfpack, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, you guys are the best. You can find me at RotoStreetWolf on Twitter. Our stuff is at RotoStreetJournal.com. We breed and feed Fantasy Wolves, where you can get all your updated rankings from me. All our content throughout the week. We'll be updating the Stock Watch with news. You'll see me tomorrow for our waiver wire show, tonight at 7:30 for our post-game tailgate. Come on down, show up, and debrief the game in all your drunken glory. And you know the show schedules at this point. Rankings on Tuesday, preview on Wednesday, Thursday tailgate, DFS on the weekends. We got you all covered, Wolfpack. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you hit that sub button on YouTube, put on the bell so you know we're live and can answer your questions. Means the world. Some great growth. Shawshank getting a last question in before we sign off. Jefferson, Higgins, or McLaurin? It's Terry McLaurin. He's going to crush it today. And with that, Wolfpack, we are out. Best of luck in week 11. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Give me one.